Your smartphone just did something incredible. It recognized your face in a fraction of a second, predicted the next word you were going to type, and filtered out 3 spam messages, all before you finished your morning chai. But here is what most people get wrong. None of that is artificial intelligence. Well, not exactly. See, everyone throws around AI and machine learning like they mean the same thing. News channels do it, tech companies definitely do it, even engineers sometimes blur the line, but they are not the same. And understanding the difference is the first step to actually understanding how this technology works. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what separates AI from machine learning, and you will never confuse them again. Let us start with why this confusion exists in the first place. When ChatGPT launched, headlines screamed artificial intelligence. When Netflix recommends your next show, they call it AI-powered. When your email filters spam, that is AI too apparently. But here is the thing. These are all actually machine learning applications. The terms got mixed up because machine learning became so successful that it became the face of AI. It is like calling every car a Ferrari. Sure, a Ferrari is a car, but not every car is a Ferrari. Artificial intelligence is the big dream. The entire field dedicated to making machines think like humans. It started back in the 1950s when scientists asked a wild question. Can we build machines that reason, learn, and solve problems the way we do? AI includes everything from robots that walk, to systems that play chess, to programs that understand language. Think of AI as the whole universe of smart machines. It is the parent category, the umbrella term, the entire field of study. Machine learning, that is just one very successful child of this parent. Before machine learning took over, AI worked differently. Engineers wrote explicit rules for everything. Want to detect spam? Write a rule. If the email contains Nigerian prince, mark it spam. Want to play chess? Program every possible response to every possible move. This worked, but it had a massive problem. The real world is messy. Spammers change their tactics. Chess has more possible games than atoms in the universe. Writing rules for everything became impossible. We needed a different approach. One where the machine could figure out the rules itself. Machine learning flipped the script. Instead of telling the computer what to do, we show it thousands of examples and let it figure out the patterns. Want to detect spam? Feed it 10,000 spam emails and 10,000 real emails. Let it find its own patterns. Maybe spammers use certain phrases, send at certain times, or format emails a certain way. The machine discovers rules humans never thought of. This is the core idea. Learning from data, not from programmer instructions. It is like teaching a child to recognize dogs not by describing every feature, but by showing them hundreds of dogs until they just know. Machine learning comes in 3 main flavors. First, supervised learning. You give the machine labeled examples. This email is spam. This one is not. This image is a cat. This one is a dog. The machine learns to match inputs to correct outputs. Second, unsupervised learning. You give data without labels and ask the machine to find hidden patterns. It might group customers by behavior without you telling it what groups exist. Third, reinforcement learning. The machine learns by trial and error, getting rewards for good actions. This is how AI learned to beat humans at games. Most of what you interact with daily, recommendations, voice assistants, search results, that is supervised learning. Let us make this concrete. Netflix has a problem. Millions of shows and movies, and you are going to leave if you cannot find something good in 30 seconds. Their solution? Machine learning. They feed the system data, What you watched, when you paused, what you rewatched, what you abandoned after 5 minutes. They do this for millions of users. The machine finds patterns humans never could. People who liked show A and watched at midnight on weekends also tend to love show B. It is not magic. It is pattern recognition at massive scale. No human programmed these connections. The machine learned them from data. Your email spam filter is a machine learning masterpiece you use every day without thinking about it. Gmail has seen billions of emails. It knows that emails with certain patterns, specific phrases, suspicious links, unusual sender behaviors are usually spam. But here is the clever part. When you mark an email as spam or rescue one from the spam folder, you are teaching the machine. It gets better over time by learning from your corrections and everyone else's corrections. This is machine learning in action. A system that improves with more data, adapting to new spam tactics without any programmer writing new rules. Now, not everything in AI is machine learning. Remember, AI is the whole universe. Some AI systems still use those old school rules we talked about. Expert systems in hospitals follow programmed medical guidelines. Some game AI uses decision trees written by humans. Robotics involves physics and mechanics beyond just learning. Natural language processing started with grammar rules before machine learning made it better. The point is this: machine learning is the most successful and talked about part of AI right now. But it is not the only part. When someone says AI, they might mean machine learning, or they might mean the broader field. Context matters. Here is where it gets spicy. Deep learning is a type of machine learning that uses neural networks with many layers. That is the deep part. This is what powers ChatGPT, image generators, and voice assistants. It is machine learning, but on steroids. Deep learning needs massive amounts of data and serious computing power, but it can learn incredibly complex patterns, like understanding human language or generating realistic images. So the hierarchy goes: AI is the big field. Machine learning is a popular approach within AI, and deep learning is a powerful technique within machine learning, like a Russian nesting doll of smart technology. Understanding this difference is not just academic. It affects your career decisions. If you want to work in AI broadly, you might study robotics, logic, or cognitive science. If you want to work in machine learning specifically, you need statistics, programming, and lots of practice with data. The job market right now is hungry for machine learning skills. Companies want people who can build recommendation systems, detect fraud, predict customer behavior. Knowing the difference helps you choose the right learning path. And when you talk to recruiters or in interviews, using these terms correctly shows you actually understand the field. If you are excited to dive in, here is your starting point. For machine learning, you need 3 things: basic Python programming, fundamental statistics like mean, variance, and probability, and curiosity about data. Start with a free course. Andrew Ng's machine learning course is legendary. Play with simple datasets on Kaggle. Build tiny projects like predicting house prices or classifying flowers. You do not need a supercomputer. Google Colab gives you free computing power in your browser. The best way to learn machine learning is by doing machine learning. Theory matters, but getting your hands dirty matters more. Let us lock this in. Artificial intelligence is the entire field of making machines smart. The big umbrella. Machine learning is a specific technique within AI where machines learn patterns from data instead of following programmed rules. Most of the AI you interact with daily, recommendations, voice assistants, spam filters, is actually machine learning under the hood. They are related like squares and rectangles. All machine learning is AI, but not all AI is machine learning. Now you know the difference and you will notice it everywhere. Next time someone says AI, you can ask, do you mean machine learning specifically or AI broadly? And there you have it. The difference between AI and machine learning, explained without the jargon. Remember three things. AI is the whole field of smart machines. Machine learning is learning from data instead of rules. And most AI you use daily is actually machine learning. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe. Because next week we are diving into how neural networks actually work. The technology behind ChatGPT and image generators. That video will build directly on what you learned today. Drop a comment below. What is one AI-powered app you use every day? I read every single comment. See you in the next one.